This video is to teach you how to solve percentage problems using equations. We've done proportions, and this is not those. It's different. You're going to have to forget you ever learned proportions, and you're going to have to switch gears to equations. Okay, here are the rules. You're going to turn the percent to a decimal immediately. Of means multiply. Is means equals. If it says what number, that means that's your n. If it says what percent, that means n%, and you will have to move the decimal. So you can't forget that. All right, let's give it a shot. Write an equation and solve showing all steps. Okay, 90%. We're going to turn the percent to a decimal immediately. That would be 0.9. Of means multiply. What number means n. Is means equals. 45 is 45. So here is our equation. It's a one-step equation, and how do we solve it? Divide both sides by 0.9, divide by 0.9. At this time, if you have shown your cancellations and all of your equation and everything, you can use a calculator. And this would be 50. N equals 50. What does that mean? Well, 90% of 50 is 45. Like if you got a 45 out of 50 on your math test, that would be a 90%. Okay, let's try the next one. What number? That's your n. Is, that means equals. 40%, turn it to a decimal immediately. 0.4. Of means multiply by 60. And equals 0.4 times 60. You can do it on your calculator now and pause while you do it. 24 is our answer. N equals 24. Put it on the line. That means that 24 is 40% of 60. You don't ever have to write that. I'm only showing it to you so that you really understand it. Let's try the third one. What percent? That's n%. Of, that means multiply, of 20 is, that means equals 17. So we would have to divide both sides by 20. When we do n%, we get 0.85. That means we'll have to move our decimal, and n is 85%. Let's go on to the back of the page. You're taking notes while I teach. Now it's your turn to try a couple. Pause and try. When you think you have it, push play again. You should have paused and solved. Let's talk about what you got. What number is 80% of 120? That we just have to multiply, and the answer is 96. N equals 96. 40% of means multiply. What number means n? Is means equals 2. Divide both sides by 0.4. N equals 5. That makes sense because 2 out of 5 is 4/10. Make sure You still have work shown, and make sure you have an equation and you're showing cancellations. The next one, 72, is means equals what percent? N percent of means multiply 36. Divide both sides by 36. 2 equals N percent. That's going to mean 200%. Just like on the front side when we had 0.85. We moved our decimal twice to the right. With 2, you would also move your decimal twice to the right. And that would make it 200%. So be careful. Don't just write 2%. Because 72 out of 36 can't only be 2%. It's 200%. Okay, 62.5%. That's 0.625 of means multiply. 40 is means equals what number? That's your N. Do it on your calculator. (25) equals N, or N equals 25. Oops, I boxed the wrong thing back here. Oh, because I wasn't all the way done, because it wasn't really... That's okay. All right. A school raised 150% of its fundraising goal. Well, that's 1.5, because 150% would be 1.5 of its fundraising goal times something, that's an N, we don't know that, that's our N, is $6,000, because that's what they raised. Divide both sides by 1.5, N equals $4,000. AJ was assigned 15 math problems last night. He completed 40% of these. So 40% is 0.4 of 15 while in class. Well, that equals N. We don't know how many that is. And it's going to be a double step one where that is 6 equals our N, and that's how many are done. 6 are done. So that means 15 minus 6, 9 he has left. 9 what? 9 problems. Very good. Next you will do your assignment. Please see your guest teacher.